This is Steve with the NSAF here with Coach Barry Krammes, who's still an active national and international athlete. He's been with the program quite a while, known Coach Jeff Gorski a long time. You know, Barry, I know every year is unique and every group of kids is unique here at the Kultan Keihas Javelin Clinic here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And, you know, so far this weekend, what have you noticed about this group of kids and what have you been impressed with?
I've just been impressed with how the way they conduct themselves. They all seem to really love and enjoy the javelin, and they want to get better. They understand what the program means, what it means to them, what it's going to do for them, and I believe they're taking the opportunity and just going with it. And it's really neat to see that student athletes this young are this passionate about something and see them going after it and weren't able to enable their dreams a little bit, and it's really gratifying to help foster that.
Can you kind of go back in time a little bit and talk about how you got involved with this program in the first place, and also how you met Coach Gorski?
Back in 2006, 2007, I finished 5th at the USA National Championships, and I was teaching full time, and I really understood if I wanted to make a push at making the Olympic Games, I had to do something differently. So Jeff was a nationally recognized coach, and I kind of reached out to him, and one of my friends was down here training with him and said, Jeff's awesome, come down and visit and see if you like it. And I came down, and listening to Jeff and the passion that he had at the sports, you know, inspired me and kind of remotivated me, and really it felt right. You know, sometimes you have to make a decision. I had a tough decision to either come here or somewhere else to train, and I listened to my gut to come down here, and I PR'd by 5 meters at the Olympic trials, and that's kind of how I met Jeff, and I just stayed in contact with him. I moved back up to Pennsylvania after the '08 trials. I moved down here for a year, and it was awesome. But you know, I'm kind of a homebody. I like, you know, where I'm at in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I had a good teaching job there, and I love my community. So I went back home and stayed in good contact with Jeff. I'd come down once a month to still train, and I qualified for 9 straight national championships. So I'm still actively involved. And Jeff reached out to me and said that we had this great opportunity, that the NSAF saw him had a clinic in Greensboro, and said they wanted him to do this, and they said they wanted me to be the coach the first year, like to help out in Finland and to kind of be coach / chaperone. And I was like, this is awesome. You know, I get to go to Finland and learn a little bit more. And
how much has working with these kids kind of inspired your own training and competing?
A lot of it. Brings back the joy to it, why you want to do it, you know, and sometimes you learn more from the kids than you think you're teaching them something. They also get back and teach you something. So it's kind of like a success for all type of thing. You know, NSAF helps us, we help them, and the kids help us, and we help the kids, and it's kind of really unique in that way.
You know, being in this, you know, these clinics are really impressive weekends, and obviously the Finnish trip, which I haven't been on yet, has got to be awesome. But you know, for these kids who are in the program, you know, the year-round work that they do, I mean, you know, although I've just really watched on film, you know, to see how much some of these kids have improved just since they were in Finland, you know, during the off-season, what the improvements they've made, you know, the kids who've been in the program who are here a second time, you know, how much they've improved just since July to October is pretty impressive, and gives you a lot of excitement for how they're going to do next year, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. See how the program is evolving. Like the first year, you know, the camps were critical, but we were kind of hands off on the training throughout the year. They put in their logs, but we're being more active in looking at their training logs and being part of their training, not just when they're at the camps, but they're not just buying into the camps, they're buying into now a program. And I think that's where the next step is seeing the system that Finland has, and seeing why they were successful. You understand it's because they're in a system, and now because of NSAF, the kids are in a system.
And you know, what have you seen in this program that what was I going to say here? I lost my train of thought. What kind of hopes do you feel like 5 or 10 years down the road, you know, the USA can have in the javelin, you know, internationally, with this program supporting these kids?
I mean, we already had success. Seeing how Megan Glassman did at the Pan Am Juniors last year, winning it, and second best throw in high school history is real proof that the program is working. She really developed, and if it wasn't for NSAF, who knows where she would be. I mean, she's a fantastic athlete, but because of the support, she was able to win Pan Am But we want to be bigger than that. Like, I'm really looking for the future of seeing one of our athletes on the podium, in the Olympics or World Championships, and that's the mission, that's the goal, and I think we're getting there. I think we keep getting closer. As this program keeps going and keeps doing what it's doing, we're going to see that.
Now talk about these kids you brought down with you. This is kind of a unique experience. I'd actually thought they were from your school, but they end up being from your rival school. Talk about that.
Well, up in Pennsylvania, like I love the sport, so I have a lot of local athletes that come to me and train with me on the weekends, and even those I coach at my high school at East Stroudsburg South High School. These two athletes that came with me are from my rival high school, but you know what? It's not about that. If you're a javelin thrower, you're in the club, and that's what's neat about this sport too. Is there's, even though you might win an Olympic gold medal, we have Bill Schmidt, Olympic bronze medal. It's like being able to train with Michael Jordan if you play basketball. So it's that's what I really love about the sport. It's real a family of javelin throwers.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.